hear his Asmongold's opinion on it, because y'all heard mine. I think it's stupid to have a stigma around someone's sexuality and say, I can't watch them anymore. So let's hear what Asmon has to say about it. I have a feeling he'll agree.
I did, bro. I talked about sketch. Like, bro, we do want us to suck it. That's not. But here's what I said about sketch. I'm going to say it again. If you laugh at a joke from a guy that's gay, it doesn't make you gay.
Exactly. Hell yeah.
So if
already
somebody
feeling
says
it. Already
something
feeling
funny
it.
and
Hell
you say
yeah,
that's
Asmon.
funny, but you find out later that they're gay, you didn't just become gay.
You just became gay.
Sucking a dick doesn't make you gay.
Oh, man.
Absolutely not. There's plenty of people that have sucked dick and they're not gay. What
Yep.
the fuck? Who? People that want money? You're projecting? No, I'm not projecting. I'm just saying, like, that's
It's the truth.
There's a lot of reasons somebody could suck a dick. Not
Addicts.
every single one is being gay. Now, being gay is probably
Addicts.
the main reason, but it doesn't mean it's the only reason. Whenever I say, like, I believe in people that should be treated the same, I don't give a fuck whether somebody's straight, so why the fuck should I care if they're gay? I'm not sucking a dick. It's not my problem. I never thought about it as a way to make money. You've absolutely thought about sucking a dick to make money. Everybody's thought about
Yeah,
that.
would you suck a dick for $10 million? I would polish that motherfucker left and right, bro. I would be fucking gagging on that son of a bitch for $10 million. Come on now. $1 million fucking dollars. I'd polish that bitch off, bro.
Like, what
Come
do you
on
mean?
now.
Like, of course everybody has. Shut up. Yeah, no, you haven't. I mean, not you doing it, but like the idea of it, right? That's it. Nah, bro. See, here's the thing. Like,
That's the question that
I'm very
everybody's
lucky.
been asked.
I've
Would you
always
suck a
been very-
dick for $1 million? Would you suck a dick for $10 million? If you say no, you're a fucking liar. You'd be like, and nobody has to know about it. You just suck it, and then it's over with. If you say no, you're lying. You're lying. You'd never have to work again. You're lying. You are lying to yourself if you say
very
you would
confident
not.
in my sexuality. I've never felt confused at all. Ever. So when I see somebody else is gay, I don't see gay as like COVID.
I think it's stupid to even be talking about it, man. I always go back to, I was a former philosophy major before I went into computer science, and I always go back to the Greece and Roman, like ancient Greece specifically. Like, there was no sexual orientation, so to speak. There was a passive role and a more active role, which was the male and feminine roles back then, but there was no homosexuality, heterosexuality, gay, straight, trans, bi. There was just, you liked who you liked. There was no stigma around it. It wasn't stigmatized until very recent history. Like, I don't know the exact date, but within the last hundreds of years is when it became stigmatized. Back in ancient Greece, it was literally just as common as being heterosexual. Like, and whoever you liked, it didn't matter. If you loved somebody, and it was actually quite often for even samurai in Japan, ancient samurai, to take on younger males as partners, which obviously is not seen as a good thing today and shouldn't be seen as a good thing, because it sounds to me kind of like grooming. But Naruto touches on this role between Zabuza and Haku. I don't know that for a fact, but I'm pretty sure that's the relationship it was based off of. A samurai taking on a younger apprentice, and there's no inference that they did sexual things. I'm just saying it was a common partnership back then for them to have, and oftentimes they did do sexual things with them. And like I said, that's not right. It's grooming is what it is. It's fucked up, but it's not fucked up for two grown men to be in love. I think that's perfectly normal. I think it should not be stigmatized. You love who you love. It occurs in nature. Animals are gay. Animals are bi. They fuck what they like, and that you shouldn't be stigmatized for that. You just shouldn't.
I don't, like, if I go next to them,
Nor should it affect, like he said, if you're watching sketch and you say, oh, I can't watch him anymore, why did you have to do this? I saw a TikTok that actually said this. Well, it was like, why did he have to do this? Now I can't watch him anymore. It was a good run. Like, if you can't watch someone because they're gay, that's a you problem. That's a problem with you, and you need to look inwardly and figure out why you can't enjoy the content of someone who's gay. Like, it makes no sense. We shouldn't even be having this conversation. It should be like, oh, he likes that, move on. Like, it shouldn't even be mentioned. It shouldn't even be said he likes that. It should just be, and then move on. Because this does not affect your entertainment while watching him. He keeps them separate. Now, when it starts affecting his content, I can see why the people enjoying his content would stop watching if they didn't want to see that, you know? So, but he's kept it separate. There should be no mention of this. It's his personal life. Let him be him, you know?
Gay. It doesn't happen. That's it. You don't catch gay. Whenever I say that I believe in equal treatment, what I mean by that is that I don't care if someone's gay or not gay. I don't think it's a big deal. Now, if I knew somebody was gay and they were a close friend of mine, I would absolutely make gay jokes with them. Absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
The same as if somebody knew me, they would make jokes about me being skinny or not having teeth.
My brother-in-law's
like
gay.
Or bald.
Nobody gives up. Nobody bats a fucking eye about that. Who cares?
But actual genuine negativity and resentment, it's not there. Sorry to say.
It's crazy to think of where streaming is now versus where it was when I started 7 years ago. Because back in 2017, if you averaged 20,000 viewers, you were the biggest streamer in the world. Full stop. Number one.
Yeah, and now it's fucking insane. 100,000
viewers. You're not even the biggest member of FaZe Clan. The game has changed. And one of the...
To be fair, for the majority of years inside of
20,000 viewers would be a dream come true, by the way.
20,000 viewers would have made you the biggest viewer in FaZe Clan. They made a huge comeback. They did, and I called it. I said they're making the right call. Like
when they got rid of everybody.
I think that they did.
They did. FaZe was falling off until they
part
rebuilt.
Of this changing game has been Sketch, a.k.a. Kylie Cox, the man behind the character. If you don't know Sketch, you probably don't watch sports because he's all over the sports world. Everyone's doing his signature "What's up, brother?" pose and catchphrase.
You've been living under a rock if you don't know who Sketch is.
What's
and
up, brothers?
Did he even say he was gay, or was that just... is he bi? I mean, are we just assuming that he's gay now, or what?
Special teams,
special plays.
Special players, Christina Alexander, Randy Scott.
I mean, for context, that's like if fucking James Corden started hitting the Luddy. Oh man, I would kill myself if I saw that. But you get the idea. This guy's world famous, man. This guy's worldwide.
People like him.
He announced the draft pick for the Houston Texans.
Yeah.
Hunt team, get ready.
Dude, that's crazy.
That is crazy. He came a long way quick.
That is crazy levels of fame. And last night, it was revealed that before being a Twitch streamer, like a sports streamer doing Madden, Sketch was doing gay OnlyFans content. It had come out that was what he had done.
And he knew it would eventually come out. When you do something like that, you always know there's going to be consequences later down the line, especially if you blow up like he did.
Bro, you telling me you're not even going to show the gay porn? Bro,
yeah, we were all waiting on it. Come on now.
What's the point? Damn, did I just get scammed?
I don't think he came here for that, but just obviously not showing any of it. Okay, but that's what he used to do. This is confirmed. We'll go a little bit later into how it's been confirmed. And when this came out, this was tough on Sketch. All right, because I think he basically got out against his will. You know, not only for being gay, but for having done sexual content. And as a man whose balls are out there on the internet, that made me uncomfortable. And so this is like another world, right? For a guy who's, I think, trying to move past that part of his life. Anyway, FaZe Banks, one of the OGs of FaZe Clan, tweeted out, "Not everything needs to be broadcast and farmed, but since y'all want to jump to crazy assumptions, because last night this, obviously fucking Twitter ran away with this shit, and Twitter can be fucking evil."
Of course.
He said, "All the FaZe boys were with him. Sketch was my homie yesterday. He's my homie today. He'll be my homie tomorrow." And shared a message with a Sketch that said, "You awake? Hey man, I'm sorry I didn't mean to involve you." And he said, "What do you mean you're a boy? You didn't have to leave. You didn't involve us in anything. Are you good?" And he said, "I'm over by the airport. I don't know what to do. I'm sorry." And then he said, "Come back. You're good, man. The boys pulled up on me and woke me up. They wanted to make sure you're good. Please come back. We're all here. You're the homie." And he
said, that's kind of sad that he's got to deal with that, bro. Like, it's fucked up.
And then he went.
I hope
back,
he knows that no one gives a fuck.
But this is him leaving. And dude, he left with like
that. Most
like
people don't give
a fuck. He left
fuck.
behind like his fucking shoes, his glasses, but also like his Rolex. Like that is like things that people with
that's like suicide shit. Yeah.
Suicidal tendencies do. That's like a sign of that. And that's another thing we'll get into in a moment. But first, we should probably
He should
address
not be having to
how
deal with this
got
shit,
out
bro.
there, right?
It's ridiculous.
It might have been inevitable. You know, shit on the
It's 100% inevitable. Like, you make something like that, people are going to see it. They're going to post it eventually. Yeah, it's just what happened.
internet does not die easily.
Yeah,
But initially leaked from this YouTube video. I think there's like a few random comments on Instagrams, whatever. But those are
In the making of this film, which deals with strange and serious subject, no punches have been pulled, no easy way out has been taken. Many of the smaller parts are portrayed by persons who actually are in real life the character they portray on screen. This is a picture of stark realism, taking no sides but giving you the facts.
very small. This is the video that kind of like confirmed. It's a 17.5 minute long video, and this video fucking pisses me off. It pisses me off for a few reasons. One, it's just poorly written. Literally 8 minutes of it is trying to connect how Sketch, having done OnlyFans work, is similar to actors who did sex work throughout history and the philosophy of it. But it pisses me off more because he says this.
I sat on this story for a couple of weeks.
I sat on this story.
Unsure if I really needed to create it and share it with the world.
Well, you didn't. But the reason why you did is that you knew it would be popular and you would get a lot of people to look at it, so you did it.
World.
Yeah.
However, I did go to school for journalism. In NJ
That's
school,
right.
they taught us if a story meets the standards of timeliness, proximity.
That's right, because as a critical news value, I can think of no greater critical news that the public needs to know that one dude sucked another dude's dick in the past.
For real, bro. What the fuck? That's such critical
that's gotta
news
be
value.
up there with like a school shooting, a terrorist attack, maybe like a big law that was passed, and then one dude sucking another dude's dick.
They were like dead for a second.
More critical? I mean, at least, right?
I mean, look, they're like really trying to
Interest, controversy, sensationalism, prominence, and novelty.
Well, he got that one right. Sensationalism. You got that's a fact.
According to Shoemaker et al. 1987, it is newsworthy and it needs to be shared with the public.
Why does it need to be shared? I tell you why it needs to be shared. Because you want to make some money.
Yep. Viewership.
That's the reason why. Everybody knows it. Like, because you want to have Taco Bell, and this shit is getting expensive nowadays. You seen those 5-layer beefy burritos? It's like $5 now. Yeah.
And this is just fucking annoying.
Taco Bell
right?
is
As a
expensive.
guy
I
who
went there
to
the other
journalism
day,
school
and it cost
too.
like 20
This is like
bucks.
delusions of grandeur. What you did is you just clickbaited one of the most famous people on the internet with the story that would get clicks. That is it. You are the Daily Mail of journalism. You are not a fucking Pulitzer winner. You are not,
The funny thing is that, I think it was fucking Peter Thiel, Gawker outed him for being gay.
For real.
And this dude funded Hulk Hogan's entire lawsuit and put Gawker in the dirt. So beware whenever you do something like this.
a bastion of journalism.
He buried him, and he did. That's the thing. He did. They're gone. Deleted. Done.
Yeah, so I was.
Damn.
And we know that because one of the pillars of journalism is minimize
The whole
harm.
company,
You guys know
yeah.
I've said that many times on here. Minimize harm. That is a big one. So when looking through the content of this OnlyFans, and Jamie Marr is the pseudonym that.
Well, you think about minimize harm. Ludwig's not thinking about it the right way. So, minimize harm. Well, what about the harm that it would do to his bank account for him not to publish this video? Think about all of the money he wouldn't be making. So, really, you're just not thinking about harm to the right person.
That Sketch used at that time to do that content. He discovered this
on Twitter. Now, when you follow the link to Twitter, fortunately or unfortunately, however you want to slice this, the account has been scrubbed from the internet. In fact, most things associated with Jamie Marr have been scrubbed for the internet, or at least attempted to have been scrubbed from the internet. Still, things remain. Things like a video in 2022.
So realized that a lot of the content was scrubbed, and then still found whatever scraps were remaining to then, leak and show all this information.
Yeah, for real. If
Yeah.
it's been scrubbed, then how the fuck did he manage to find it?
One of the fucking keys,
He
right?
had
If you
to
ever read a
dig
story on
deep to
anything,
find
you want
that
to
shit.
get the side.
Like,
the
why do you
person you're
care
talking
that
about.
much to dig that deep to find
Reach
this
out
shit?
to the
Unless
person
it's,
affected.
like he said, money. That's it.
And if you did and they didn't answer,
Views,
put that in
money.
the story. None of that was fucking there.
Infamy.
None of that
Nope.
was there. Because
Fame and
It's not
infamy.
fucking journalism. It's just a clickbait YouTube video for views. And what really, really was the
Fame
kicker for
or
me
infamy,
is
I
this
should
comment
say.
that said, "Bro, low-key ended this guy's career and justified it with some 1987 word doc." And then he hearted it and wrote "goat comment" in reply. Like he's proud of the fact that he ended this guy's career. Why the fuck would it end someone's career?
Because he's
I don't know
stupid.
what the fuck all that shit is about.
Duh.
It's just really random.
He's stupid, so he's gonna think something stupid. It's pretty simple, right? I mean,
Like, just from, like, being
duh.
pretty much just random shit. would be-
Because he's gay? Because he did consensual porn with another dude? Like what?
It, like, brings
What is the
value of
problem?
celebrities down to me.
You know? Like it can maybe be embarrassing because people might fucking roast him for it. Yeah, but it wouldn't end someone's career. He's not fucking Dr. Disrespect. He did nothing wrong at all.
To be fair, I bet there are a lot of people in like the W community that are like not low key, just
Of course, yeah.
homophobic, and they don't like gay people.
Of course.
And he's always gonna have people that are gonna bring this shit up. There
Yeah.
are gonna be people that aren't gonna watch him
It's
anymore.
gonna be hard for him to move past this. I was thinking that's what I'm saying. Like, especially in that community with, like, the group he's been hanging with, Lacey and Clicks and that group of idiots. It's gonna be hard to move past it, man. And
Because
it
of it.
shouldn't be. It really shouldn't be. But that's just how
That's
it
a
is.
fact. Yeah, no, that's a fact. That's just the way it is. And it's not a good thing, but it's true.
I was like,
I'm homophobic. Wow, congratulations, man. Shall I make a joke about that?
almost. I was like,
Homophobic? Nah, you're just
I
heterophobic.
guess that means you can
staring
park
at my
at the front
jeans,
of a
watching my
store now.
genitals bulging.
Anyway, the voice that matters a lot more in the situation is the voice of Kylie Cox, the voice of Sketch, who went live earlier today to talk about this. And this is how he opened the stream.
That's my motherfucking balls. You better let go. They belong
Elephant
in
in
my
the room, I
scrotum.
got a
You'll never
haircut.
get a hold of them.
And then continues on.
Damn,
Oh,
bro, is it?
geez.
I did not
It's all-
have sexual relations.
Damn, bro. Like, is it? He's already got it going on. Oh man.
That was not good.
Oh man. Damn, already?
I know they literally talk.
Fuck.
I did not have sexual relations with that man. I'm just kidding. I did. Possibly.
Basically, he was cracking jokes for a lot of it. But, then he also took time to
I
be serious
love the
and
Clinton
said that,
impersonation
yeah,
there.
this actually did happen. It was actually me.
All the time. But weight off my shoulders, to be honest.
Pretty good.
You
Yeah,
have
I
some
bet.
I used to worry
stuff
about you.
in the closet. Not
Yeah. Yeah.
no pun intended there.
Poor
But,
choice of
Yeah.
words, Sketch. Oh,
And
Jesus.
you can imagine, man, what it must be like.
Skeletons,
knowing that the
bro.
internet is the
Skeletons.
internet, knowing how fucking
Looked in his
Does he
closet,
have
found
Tourette's?
himself.
He's probably nervous because of, like, the situation.
mega famous he is, and the fear of this, coming
Yeah.
out and it all crashing down. And crashing down because what, Like he has like some like gay porn history. Like why is that?
It didn't make
Why
sense.
should that make it all crash down? But there are very real people, and I don't just mean like randoms on Twitter. Like there are fucking streamers who are saying like they won't allow their family members to watch Sketch now because of shit like this.
See,
My
that's
God.
insane to me.
Because it's gonna
If it's
make,
completely
11-year-old
separate, then
guy
who
or
cares?
something.
I don't understand that. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
people's family members saying, oh, they can't watch Sketch now. He's not doing fucking porn on Twitch. Like, or whatever, TikTok, whatever platform he streams to, he's not. It's completely separate from his entertainment side. That was Kylie. That might not even be Kylie Cox. He might have had another alias or name for when he was an adult, when he was in the adult industry. It wasn't Kylie Cox. It wasn't Sketch. Maybe it was Stretch. I don't know. And I mean that in the most playful and funny way. But maybe he had a different name for himself, and that a different alias for when he was in the adult film star. And now he's Sketch, and this is Sketch is completely separate from Stretch or Kylie Cox. Like, come on now.
Shit.
You're gonna watch. That's the way it works, bro. Ludwig doesn't know. I gotta let y'all in on a secret. If you laugh at a person's jokes and you find out later on that they're gay, that makes you gay. You understand? So if he ever told a joke
Damn, I never
that
knew.
you thought was funny, you said,
I never knew it.
Gay.
I never knew that I was gay, chat.
Believe it or not, you gay now.
No.
Like that, the real streamers are saying shit like this.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not like just one.
Nah. People, I bet here's the fact, right?
I've laughed at so many
Ludwig
jokes.
might still be on that denial shit, but the only reason more streamers aren't saying exactly the shit that Bruce said is because they got money lined up to not say it. That's the reason. Like, you look at the whole world. There are tons of countries where being gay is like a super bad fucking thing. Are we gonna act like all the streamers just somehow aren't part of that one group? No, man. Like, there's tons of people that are homophobic. Like, what? It's like this is the problem, is like people try to act like it's some kind of crazy weird thing. Like, I think it's stupid, but there's a lot of people that think like it's people are racist, they hate women, hate men, hate like fucking everybody. Like, that's what it is. Nothing bad about it. Well, I mean, like, but you gotta acknowledge it. There's a lot of people like that. So yeah, no, it's not.
I wonder where this. I would like to know where this stigma originated from. The stigma where, you know, it's wrong to be gay or whatever. Where did and when did being gay become stigmatized? Where did and when did being gay become stigmatized? The stigmatization of homosexuality has a complex history that varies greatly across different cultures and time periods. Historically, attitudes towards homosexuality have ranged from acceptance in some ancient societies like Greece to criminalization and persecution in others, as I mentioned earlier with the acceptance of it. In many cultures, the stigmatization of homosexuality became more pronounced with the rise of religious and legal prohibitions, of course. I talked about that on stream the other day. For example, in ancient Israel, homosexuality was prohibited by biblical law, which influenced Western attitudes for centuries. In ancient Greece, as I mentioned, however, same-sex relationships between men and women, or between men, were often celebrated, showing a stark contrast in cultural attitudes. The pathologization of homosexuality began in earnest in the 19th and 20th centuries. In 1952, the American Psychiatric Association, APA, classified homosexuality as a sexual deviation in the first edition of the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, the DSM, which contributed significantly to its stigmatization. So around 1952, it was classified as sexual deviate. But it looks like it began in earnest, like I said, within the last couple hundred years, in the West anyway. This medicalization of homosexuality implied that it was a mental disorder, further entrenching negative attitudes. It wasn't until 1973 that the APA removed homosexuality from the DSM, a landmark decision that was a significant step towards destigmatization. This change reflected a growing understanding and acceptance of homosexuality as a natural variation of human sexuality. The stigmatization of homosexuality has been perpetuated by multiple systems of power, including legal, medical, and social institutions that have historically marginalized LGBTQ plus individuals. The fight against this stigma has been a central part of LGBTQ activism and continues to be an important issue in the pursuit of equality and acceptance. It's important to note that the journey towards acceptance is ongoing. Blah, 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 blah. We know that. We're living in it. Yeah, so it wasn't until the last couple hundred years that it was really heavily stigmatized in the West. You know,
it should be surprised.
Like I said earlier, it's ridiculous. Like it's completely separate from his entertainment side. I don't understand.
Just negative voices over the past 24 hours.
Right, yeah.
And I think, you know, it can be easy to spiral.
Yeah, I can name one right off the fucking top of my head. That idiot that's fallen off the map that nobody gives a fuck about. That is an Andrew Tate wannabe. What's his name? I can't even remember his name. Sneeko. I was about to have to Google it. Like, dude's falling off so fucking bad. Who gives a fuck what that idiot says, bro?
You know, I think he seriously contemplated suicide, and he talks about it a bit here.
Yeah, I mean, tell you what, I was going and doing all this different stuff. I was going in the back. Shout out my parents. Like, shout out y'all. Like, I fucked up, but I'm changed.
It don't make you a fucked up individual, Sketch. It just don't.
Like, my
it just don't, man. It's sad to hear him think that.
One, either be delusional and think it's never gonna come out.
You can look at it as a mistake if you want, but it was consensual. He said he was suffering through addiction, which I firsthand relate to after suffering from pain pill addiction for 10 years. I've been clean for 4, or well, 3.5. So I can relate to what he's saying with the addiction stuff. And when we are in the midst of our addiction, and like I'm talking, I was doing 100+ milligrams of oxy a day mixed with Xanax. You make decisions that you mix with, you know, anywhere between 2 to 10 milligrams of Xanax, and it was you make decisions that you wouldn't make, especially when you're doing uppers too. They make you very horny. They increase your libido, and you do make a lot of mistakes when you're on any kind of drug, so I can understand that. But whether it was a mistake or not, like, it shouldn't affect his entertainment career as Sketch, you know. It should be completely separate.
What's the plan after? The plan after,
and there should be no judgment for it.
If I was alone and I was at my house, I probably wouldn't be talking to you right now.
Yeah, for sure.
But people at FaZe, Banks, especially, and my friends that I've made over the past couple years came and they saved me. I don't know what I was going to do, but
good for them.
So I'm glad.
I mean, it's just sad that he has to go through that train of thought at all. Like, it's insane that people are that upset over this, and it affects. They let this affect them internally. They're like, I can't watch this because I can't watch Sketch anymore because of this. Like, seriously, dude? Like, Sketch is awful because of this. Are you fucking serious? It was a consensual act between 2 adults. Whether he would have done it while he was sober or not is a different story, if it was a mistake on that part. But in the eyes of me, if it was, let's pretend there was no addiction involved, then it's not a mistake. He did it. He needed the money at the time, maybe, and then he never did it again. Like, is that a mistake, or why? Like, he can look at it as a mistake, as people will look at it and stigmatize him for it. But, like, why is he even judged off that? I just don't get it.
Get to the point where,
I don't think it's a big deal at all.
I mean, if he feels like if it was a mistake, then it was a mistake. But I don't think it's a mistake. You want to do?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's a mistake at all. Thank you. That's what I'm trying to say. Maybe he'll put my words in a better context, but I just don't see it as a mistake,
man. You want to suck a dude's dick? Go ahead. You're a free person. You can. This is America. You can be 700 pounds. You can buy 700 guns. You can eat 700 McNuggets. You can probably not drive 700 miles. Probably can't do that. You can make $700 million. And you know what else you can do? You can suck 700 dicks. And I think that's a beautiful fucking thing.
Yep.
You can do whatever the hell you want.
Agreed. That's what
God
literally
bless the USA.
Yeah, that's what this
Ain't that a fact?
And I don't mean this in a funny way at all. That's what this country is about. The freedom to be able to do that. If you want to go suck a dick, suck a dick. I love what he's saying there. Like, because that's what this country is supposed to be about. Symbolically, we're the country of freedom. You can do what you want. Like, obviously, there's limits to this freedom right now that are concerning. But that's what it's supposed to be about. Are we the country of freedom? No, because there's a lot of limitations. I think we have more freedom than most countries, but maybe. I don't know. But we're supposed to.
Sketch
that's
had
what
the support group
we
had.
symbolize
I'm
in
glad
our
that when I go on the internet,
the whole home of the free, land of the brave, or land of the free, home of the brave. You know.
Now, it is an outpouring of support for him, drowning out any fucking negativity that
any
might
stigmatization
have been. And
is
I'm not
just
even gonna
being
like
drowned
fucking
out
showcase
by
any of the negativity.
support.
I'm not gonna like show any of the clips here, because again, it is like
You don't want to bring light to that negative bullshit. Like thank Ludwig for not doing that, because all it does is bring light to the negativity.
putting a megaphone
and we just don't want to do that.
to a mouse's voice, because it is dwarfed out by the level of support that I have seen. And the only other thing I'll add is, you know, some people took that line of him saying I've changed now to mean like, you know, like some like, you know, prayed the gay away or something. Like I think there's been some people.
No, I don't think he meant it by like that. I think he meant that he made some choices that he wouldn't have made had he not been going through addiction at the time, which I can relate to, and a lot of people that have suffered through addiction can also relate to.
Maybe he didn't want to be gay. Maybe it was like a feeling he had. He didn't want to be that way, so he changed the way it was. So, like, I mean, yeah, it's you, like, his sexuality is of nobody else's concern.
Yeah.
Whether he wants to be gay or not, like, his feelings.
Yeah, and I agree with that, too. Even if it was maybe he didn't want to feel that way. Maybe he was confused at the time. That's I agree with Asman 100%. If that was the case, then that's fine, too. But I think he meant by he made mistakes in the choices he made, like he wouldn't have done that publicly or on a platform like OnlyFans, or made that decision to do something on OnlyFans if he, you know, if he'd been sober.
It's between him and him.
He would have made different choices.
Like, you're not involved with that.
But no matter what he meant, it doesn't matter. He meant what he meant. You know?
Whatever his opinion is, like, I can think what I think about it, but, like, I'm not gonna actually, like, fucking act on that. I'm not gonna really feel that way. I just hope that it's the way that he really feels, because I think that no matter how he feels, it's right. If he feels like it was a mistake, then it was a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
And if he doesn't feel like a mistake, if like it was a mistake, he shouldn't have said it was a mistake. That's the way I see it. It's a private thing. It's a totally private thing. It's got nothing to do with anybody publicly. Like, it's got, yeah. It's so weird to turn into your own, it turned into your own problem. Like, yeah, like, what?
Who drew that conclusion. The way I interpreted it is like that part of his past, which was dark. He said he was dealing with addiction at a time that led him to doing like porn content, which is not something that I think maybe he
never happened before.
Likes or is proud of now. That simply put. And he ends his video.
I've known plenty of people that suck dick for drugs and shit like that. Absolutely. Like, it's very common. There's girls.
It's more
downtown.
common than you would
Friends of mine,
expect.
like, listen, I grew up here in Austin.
Especially with women doing stuff for drugs, that's a lot more common
Suck
too.
dick for bottles, absolutely.
I think they're both common, but I live in a small town, so I haven't seen it myself or known anyone to do it. But I'm sure I have known women to do it though. I have known in real life women to do things for drugs, just not men.
Absolutely. Yes.
Which I do know it's a very common thing in bigger cities, but in my hometown it was mostly there's not even many gay people in my hometown. It's just 1,700 people, so it's just not common to hear about here. But
new.
I know it's common in other big
seriously?
cities.
Yes.
Pretty
Like
cool.
when I lived in Lexington, I know it was common.
I don't know. Hey. I'd rather you know my flaws, though, so it makes it easier. I don't want to be the poster boy.
And I think that's fair. I don't think people should care or should be entitled to know what sketch
that's
is,
weird, bro.
like
Like, what?
sexuality is.
No.
Because it's not the content.
See, like, y'all, I see, like...
It has nothing to do with his content. That's what I've been trying to just get across this whole point. This sketch, the character he plays, that Kylie Cox plays, is completely separate from Kylie Cox or an adult industry alias if he used an alias for that. And it should remain separate, and it shouldn't affect if you watch Sketch. Kylie Cox's life should not affect Sketch's life, period, or whatever alias he's using. Like if he became an actor and changed his name to Kylie Doe, like John Doe. Kylie Doe should not affect Kylie Cox's life nor Sketch's life. They're separate. They're separate
I've had
entities.
girls on my stream and shit like this, and I never even commented what my relationship with that girl was. I don't tell y'all, do I have a girlfriend? Do I not have a girlfriend? It's not important. It's not
and
relevant.
it shouldn't have. And it should not affect us in any way, whether he has one or not. If it does affect you, then you have a very serious mental issue and are living in a parasocial world.
It's just not. Like, that's not... People can... And I see the Reddit threads, and people like, well, he was talking to this girl, and at, like, fuck it, on April 3rd, so he was in her chat.
That's insane.
And then on May 2nd, she was in his chat. I think they're having sex. Bro.
Oh my god.
That's for him to know, not you. Quit trying to find out.
I ain't playing that game.
That's for him to know, and you never to
Weird-ass little
find
dick
out.
suckers? Absolutely not.
That's not what he's
Fucking
doing.
Freaks.
He plays fucking Madden NFL and says sorry for cussing when he swears and then puts his finger up. That's what he does. So it doesn't matter if he's gay, if he's bi, if he's pan,
Sorry,
if he's
brother.
fucking straight, going through a phase, whatever it is, it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter.
cares,
Genuinely
bro?
doesn't
What?
matter. And people pride.
Why is he faking being autistic in his confession video? You pussy ass bitch. Like, listen, if I put you in front of a camera and I put you in a stressful situation, like I exposed you, I had a sheet of paper and it had the last 100 websites that you went to, and I was reading them out next to you.
Oh
I bet
God.
you would act weird.
Oh
I bet
God.
you would act really weird, and you would be.
Asmon, stop
you know,
exposing
trying to
us.
You'd be upset. So it's always easy to criticize what somebody does when you're sitting there eating Cheetos off your belly, you know.
I think are being weird, you know. So I'm sure.
And half the fucking streamers on this website fake being fucking stupid.
Yeah, fucking, you know that I Show Speed and Aiden Ross are not as dumb as they let on. They're actually smart individuals. They have to be to run the businesses that they run.
What are you talking like that? Like he's special
And to keep
because
the
he does
entertainment and to entertain the amount of people they do, they have to be smart. They have to be forever evolving their stream to keep that amount of people on. And it's very hard to keep your stream evolving and changing. Take it from me, I've been streaming for 4 or 5 months and I'm struggling.
I'm sure when he streams, people are gonna crack jokes. When TTS is on, chat's gonna go crazy.
But that's fine though, right? Is like if I had a friend that did gay porn, I would absolutely make jokes about it to him, right? If it bothered him, I wouldn't do it, right?
Right.
But like, I mean, I'm a guy.
Just
like,
joking around, yeah, you're
absolutely,
gonna make jokes. I
about
mean,
that
guys
shit.
do.
Because it's funny, right? That's like, I had a friend that's fat, I call him fat. They're gonna say, what you talking about? You'd be fat too if you had teeth to eat food. And I say that's fine, because that's the way you talk with people. It's not a big deal. So it's okay. It's low-hanging fruit. Yeah, both of them, right? And so it's easy to talk shit like this, right? So, and I bet he gets that. everybody.
Yeah, it's like when
gets
his
that.
friends
It's not
call
a
him
big
bald too. Like it's just a joke.
But hopefully,
Fat Bill, yeah.
it is at least in good fun, and
Yeah,
the
yeah, exactly.
outpouring
It's fun around.
of support again dwarfs any negativity.
Or when I
And
tell you
that's
my
it.
hair's
That's-
a totally
that's
different color when it's fucking not this greasy.
Everything you
Come
have
on
missed.
now.
That's what's up. Thank you all for watching. Subscribe. See you later. Goodbye. See you later. Have a good one.
Jesus Christ,
Shout out to
bro.
Coach.
Like,
Go. Peace.
Jesus, bro. People getting in their fucking feelings about this stupid ass shit. Like, people care about this. Like, it's always so cringe. to
I
see
don't
people
understand
care
why
about this
people
shit.
care about it,
Yeah.
and I'll never understand why people give a shit about other people's
Mad about this.
sexuality and what they
That's why
do
I
in
talked about
private.
it. I
Or
talked about like twice now,
even in this
because, like,
situation, him making it publicly, or how they let it affect whether they watch them or not. I'll just never
here's
understand
a
it
video.
ever.
I think
ever.
Glover's right about this shit. He's totally right. And if he writes the jokes, he'll be all right. Yeah, people are gonna bring this shit up forever, but that's just the way it is, man. That's just the way it is. And so
Yeah, his
Bush is
chat. I bet money his chat is full with demeaning people, and he's gonna get tired of seeing the jokes about it. He is, but like, he'll survive it as long as he keeps his head on straight, stays focused, and knows that most people are gonna support him and not stigmatize him for it. He'll survive it. He's
emotional over that.
yeah, you got this sketch.
Yeah, that's it. And why are people so invested in it? Once human mix on Steam. Remind me about that in like 10 minutes, okay? Let me wrap this up. I'll talk about this. So yeah, do you think that it's just low IQ motherfuckers or something else? It's probably some low IQ. I mean, definitely. I think that if you took like a fucking a correlation chart with like IQ and like propensity to be homophobic or racist, I bet you'd have a correlation.
Oh yeah, I do
But
too. There'd
that being
definitely be a
said,
correlation.
I think that honestly, it's just a lot of people don't like gay people. They don't. Like, that's just the way it is. They don't like gay people. So they
Mostly
see something-
religious people have an issue with homosexuality. It's always religious people, it seems like, that have a problem with it. And I'm not saying it's wrong to be religious, but I do want to say that the Bible has been tampered with a lot over years. Not just the Bible, all these religious texts, I'm sure. I don't know for a fact on other religious texts, but I know for a fact the book of Enoch is not included in the Bible. There's a few books of the Bible, quite a few books that were not included. Why were those taken out? For possibly control reasons, Western control. I can't pinpoint that, and I can't tell you what in the Bible's been tampered with and what has. That's why I don't blame Christians who just believe everything in the Bible, because if you're going to follow it, you got to follow it all. You can't pick and choose what you follow. I get that. Because if you can say, oh, well, this part was tampered with and this part wasn't, then you're just picking and choosing what part of the Bible you follow. So I get why they can't do that, but also you have to acknowledge that some of it has been tampered with. You'll never know what. So the Bible might be wrong on it. They may have said being homosexual was wrong because they wanted more women to get married to men, so men could have them as property. Like, you literally give away a wife to a husband. Like, it could have been a way to control women. Maybe that's why it's in the. Maybe that part's been tampered with. Like I said, I can't say for sure. No one knows for certain what's been tampered with and what's not. That's why I say you can't blame Christians who just follow everything, because you can't pick and choose. But you can decide. You can follow the key parts of the Bible, like accept everybody, do not hate people, do not judge people because of this. And no sin is greater than any other sin. If you're homosexual, that's no different than me. When I was in my peak addiction, doing drugs and harming my body, the body's supposed to be a temple. So it's just as bad for me to take drugs as him to do something homosexual. Does that condemn him to hell forever? No, it doesn't, and you should accept him for that regardless. But you get my point. Like, all of it could have been tampered with, Like, maybe that wasn't even part of the original text,
and they say,
the homosexual
I don't like
part.
that because
but
they
like,
don't like gay people. It's really
I think
not
y'all
that.
get what I'm saying. Like, you can't pick, the Christians that follow it can't pick and choose what they believe and what they don't. Otherwise, they just say, it'd just be, well, you can't pick and choose this, but you can decide how you react to these, and whether you accept and do not judge any other sin greater than any other sin.
Complicated.
You can
really like there's
change how you react to it and how it affects you. And you shouldn't let something like this affect you in any way. This should have no effect on anything in Sketch's entertainment life. It's his personal life. Let him deal with it the way he wants to deal with
you
it.
Can go
Let him feel the way he wants to feel about that decision he made, you know.
And figure
Shouldn't
out
affect
why
us.
did they not like it? Is it a religion? Is it because like of some fucking projection? Is it because they had a bad experience? It's like I don't know what the reason is, right?
It could be. That's a good point too. It's not just religion. It's also projection and like he said, maybe they did have a bad experience. Maybe somebody sexually abused them or something. Maybe they're projecting. Maybe they're gay and just don't want to accept it and can't come to terms with it, you know. But there's a lot of reasons that people are the way they are, and I would say religion is one of the biggest ones.
Who gives a fuck
about
right?
homosexuality? But like I said, that could have been tampered with. It might not have even been part of the original text. And like I said, I get it. I don't want to keep going into that.
Major Christian nation. I mean, there's plenty of people that are Christian that probably don't give a fuck about it. I think that's the way that most people are. The truth is, that's probably the way that most people are. They don't really give a fuck about it. Like, they can say, like, for example, like, you can say something is a sin. You can say this isn't a good thing. But at the same time,
I'm glad he's touching on this, too.
Be compassionate towards people that are taking part in it. Because there are people who do things that are bad. And they engage in things that are maybe not good for them. And that doesn't mean that they don't have a right to be who they are.
Exactly. You can change how you react to it and whether you accept this person still or not. And you should always have acceptance, forgiveness in your heart. And like that's one of the key things in the Bible. No sin is greater than the other. Do not judge your neighbor.
Right.
Like just don't, you know. So if you're going to follow one portion of the Bible, follow the rest of it. I get that, but keep in mind also that these texts have been tampered with.
So like what they like or feel how they feel.
So you never know. Like maybe that acceptance part's not in the original text. Maybe the homosexual part's not. You can't know. That's why I'm saying you can't pick and choose what you follow. So I get the Christians are like, well, you have to follow all of it, but also follow that acceptance part and not judge people part. Like,
for God
get
to
that through
yeah,
your
bro,
head.
like who cares? Like who cares what you think about this? Let fucking like why is it that like for example, like a lot of people
and in this situation like you shouldn't even have to have acceptance for this because it doesn't concern you.
Say
you know?
that
like,
getting molested whenever you're a kid makes you more likely to be gay and shit like this. It's like people that think like this, it's like, did God want that? Fuck no, he didn't want that. That's weird. And so, yeah, it's free will. People going to do what they want to do. Golden rule, as long as you're not harming people, don't tell people what to do. Yeah, it's true. Exactly, right? And so it's like, is it that kid's fault for getting molested? Like, what the fuck? It's like, you think about ridiculous. The logic with a lot of this shit, and it's just really,
concerning.
It's really not there. And that's the thing is the people, they don't like thinking about this shit because you think about it, then they're going to think they're dumb as hell. So they don't want to do that. So you can plant the seed, but when people are gonna do that, and that's what it. I'm bi, never been molested, and people dumb as fuck. Well, that's just what people think, right? I don't know what the details on it. I don't know. God's not real, sir. Here, you drop this. If I had a fedora, I'd put it on screen. So listen, the point is that
if I'm not mistaken, it's also there's a correlation between younger siblings and being gay.
Everybody's got feelings about this. People
I don't know
care
if
about
Sketch is a younger
this. I
sibling
really just
or not,
don't think it's a big fucking
I do
deal.
know that's a fact.
I wish more people felt this way. I talk about it, and I feel like you could say I'm acting like it's a big deal because I'm talking about it. And in a way, you're right. But
no,
I
it's
think
just
at this
something
point,
to talk
it's best
about
to
and
address
something
it
to
and
watch.
just be
I
direct.
went, I saw the name of the video, and of course I wanted to watch it.
You do whatever the hell you want to do. You're going to live however the hell you want to live. And if there are people that are unhappy about that, then fuck them. Fuck them. It doesn't matter.
Amen, brother.
Yes. Most people be hypocrites if they judge other people by the standards they judge themselves. Everybody goes and makes excuses for why it's okay for them to do the thing that's bad. Of course, everybody has, not everybody, a lot of people have what I call self-referential morality, where their morality is derived from what is good for them.
Yeah.
What justifies my current state in the world, right? How is it okay that I do this, but somebody else is bad? That's the way it is. So you never want to look for a random person to try to get like any sort of like moral judgment. Anybody that tries to
Validation.
like judge me morally, I just immediately just
Don't look to anybody else for validation. Is what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
even. I just like I'm like who gives a fuck, man?
And if they want to judge you,
Yeah.
let them judge you. Live your life the
Everybody
way
thinks
you
they're
want to live your
consistent with their
life.
values. I'm not. I'm not at all. Like, bro, I do something. If I'll do like absolutely. If there's something that's beneficial to me, and it's like, oh yeah, but you said this, like, yeah.
I mean, another thing in philosophy, everybody is selfish to an extent, and like selfish is a part of human nature. Like that's where love comes in. Like I think the best definition for love is to say, and this is me closing up, but I think the best definition for love is calling love irrational, because human nature is selfish. We will always fight to survive. If two people are trapped on an island and both are starving, those two people will, and there's only one apple, and that apple determines whether you starve to death or not, because the next day you might be rescued. You know, you never know. But that apple is going to determine whether you live or die. You all are going to kill each other over that apple. It's just human nature. Like it's selfish, and that's why love is irrational. Because if you would take a bullet for someone and die for that person, then that's irrational. That goes against human nature. That goes against the first law of human nature to survive. And if you can do that for someone, then that's what love is. It's just irrational. And I'm not exactly sure on the I think the third law of human nature is communication. Let's see, first 5. Hold on. The first 5 laws of human nature. Hold on. The law of self-preservation, so survival. The law of reciprocity, which is the moral principle found in reciprocity. This moral principle found in cultures and philosophy posits that one should treat others as they want to be treated. Hume's law ought for as the meaning of moral can be deduced from factual statements. The law of social from Thomas Hobbes derives that consent either explicitly or tacitly to surrender some of their freedoms and submit to the authority. Yes, submit to the sovereign. And then the law of utility. So, also, there's more laws on it, and I think it goes, one of them was, it goes basically that law of self-preservation, and then we learn, through communication, we can split this apple and divide it, and then through communication, we form these cultures and little groups and sovereigns and stuff, and then you abandon those human laws of nature for the laws of the sovereign. Once you become a citizen of the U.S., you no longer have to live by those basic fundamental human laws of nature. You're signing over those human laws of nature for the laws of the sovereign. You now obey the laws of the sovereign rather than like we obey the laws of the United States, not the laws of nature, because we can split the food to survive. You know, we don't have to. We're not apes. We don't have to kill each other to self-preservation. We help each other. We help each other to survive, you know. But yeah, if there's one thing you take away from this is morally, mainly for the religious folks out there, if you follow one part of the Bible, follow the other. And I understand you have to follow the other part, but just remember that acceptance is also a part of your religion. And not only God can judge. Do not judge your neighbor for what they do. So don't treat Sketch any different, and don't judge him for what he did. Don't judge anybody or stigmatize anybody who is gay or trans or bi. Let them live their life. You live yours. This is his personal life. Keep it completely separate from Sketch. Sketch and Kylie are two different people. And they're one is a character, and Kylie Cox's life has nothing to do with Sketch's life.
yeah, but it's beneficial, so we're gonna do it anyway. That's it. You just ban them. Yeah. You trying to apply logic to it, but I think people still burn for witchcraft in a lot of countries. It's all fucked. Yeah, people are dumb as fuck.
People are dumb as fuck.